Chicago stays alive. They win a pivotal game number 5 on the road, forcing this series to go a guaranteed 6. This has been really tightly contested the whole way through. I think every game in this series has almost been a one-goal game. So game 1 went to overtime. We won in game 1 in overtime on the road, 4-3. Game 2 could have been a one-goal margin of victory, if you know what I'm trying to say there. It could have been a one-goal margin of victory. I've said it a few times. I felt that game could have gone to overtime. It did not. We had to, again, come back in that one. Game 3, that was the triple overtime thriller that we won from Aaron Ekblad's point blast, won it 3-2. Then this one went to just a singular overtime in Game 4. We won 2-1 from Tyler Seguin, I believe, had the game winner there. I do not know who had the game winner for Chicago in Game 5, but it also finds a way into overtime. Both teams played back-to-back games that had a 1-1 tie going into OT, and both teams split those two games. So we won a game there in overtime, and they won a game here in overtime. So all but one game in the series has been to overtime. What does Game 6 have to say about this? Will we see the last of the Chicago Blackhawks for this playoffs in this game tonight? Or will Chicago force a Game 7 back in their home building and their home city? That's the plan for Corey Crawford and the Blackhawks. As we arrive for Game 6, we are here. Unfortunately, we are playing this Game 6 because we couldn't get the job done in OT in Game 5. No matter, we're going to do our best to eliminate in front of these wonderful Flames fans. Chandler Stevenson with a quick shot on. That'll be an easy whistle for Peter Mrazek. We're just going to keep the same group of bodies on the ice. First forward line, first deep here, and already a little extracurricular activity from Jonathan Taves after the whistle, as he gets into it a little bit there with Aaron Ekblad. The Hawks have already changed. They put their second line on the ice. Is that going to be a mismatch for us? I have no idea. Ekblad, dude. Why are we looking at Kumala? The camera's following. Oh, he ran into the... Oh my God! There were 2 penalties on that entire play, but they didn't call the one on Chicago. Peter Mrazek falls victim to Kumala's antics. I'm not going to stand for that. I see what they're out for. They're trying to injure our goaltender. Kumala has a shot on goal there that was rejected by the goaltender that he just tried to injure. Here we go, Seguin. Backdoor feed, Faxa by the side of the net. We'll go up top with an aggressive PK from your Calgary Flames. Blum's pinching in on Stevenson. So I see what you're getting at here, Chicago, trying to injure my goaltender so you can score goals. Oh my goodness. Oh! Clefbaum gets us started early. Did he just tuck that on the forehand? I didn't even see that. I thought it was just a one-handed puck shield power move. No, I don't even know what happened. How did Crawford give this up? He just came a little bit off the post and it just slides through. A sneaky little goal for the defenseman, acquired, of course, a few seasons back out of Edmonton. We pulled Clefbaum out of Edmonton to send the Edmonton Oilers. I want to say it was Cogliano and David Desharnais were the 2 players sent the other way. That helped the Oilers on their cup run. So now maybe Clefbaum can help us on ours, and the favor is returned in this series. Oh, by the way, something relating to... Oh, no, hold on. Big save just with the edge of the glove on Peary. by Mrazek, blocked down and saved as it was shot on Peary back through the crease. I'm going to have to hold my thought for a moment because we're in the midst of an intense penalty kill. Peter Mrazek, none busier than him in this game to start off. The first 3 minutes of this game, the Blackhawks power play putting all the pressure on. Of course, that shorthanded goal for the Flames has been crucial to this point. If we'd given up a goal on the power play, I would have kind of understood it, but I wouldn't be happy with it. However, getting that goal shorthanded would have made the pain of a power play goal in that sequence a little bit more alleviated. We're getting in on that forecheck. So what I was going to say, in the previous game, in Game 5, we did not have a power play. Not one. Not a single power play given to your Calgary Flames. That's us. Seguin. I'm going to windmill this full. Oh, I don't even have to windmill. Oh, Seth Luongo drops it back to Seguin. And we got a little bit of a cluster going on here in the Flames attacking zone. Back to the point for Blum. That was a tough handle for Blum. A tough handle as well for Granlund. And the Blackhawks are away at center. Kumala, he is going to be public enemy number 1 right now in this game. As Ekblad goes at him, he tries to start a fight as well. That's just for running into our goaltender earlier in this game. We didn't get a penalty for the fight. Now, there's going to be a fight right there. You know, you don't do this. It's not Kumala, but it's Luke Adam. A familiar foe for the Calgary Flames in these playoffs. This is the first time we've actually heard from him in any form in this series. That's how silent he has been to this point. Ekblad, teach him a lesson. Ekblad, teach him a lesson. Oh, and Ekblad is taken to school by Luke Adam. Lesson taught. Lesson not learned. I want seconds. I'm going to come back around for round 2 should an opportunity present itself. You know, it should have been Kumala that should have answered for what he did to Mrazek on one of the opening shifts of the game, but that's fair enough. It's Luke Adam. We got our punches in there. Score is not entirely settled, though. However, we have the lead on the scoreboard, so I am happy with that. Just point up at the scoreboard if you lose the fight. In Aaron Ekblad's case, Karan, he didn't have the puck anymore. He thought he did. Oh, Paulinen, toe drag move. Emerton had it. Now Paulinen out of the corner. Across for Karan, and net was wide open. Chop that back in. Keep grinding this little shift here. We're going to step up here with Keith Ollie. There's a big pummeling hit by Ollie, and he's going to have to drop the gloves with Brent Seabrook. Okay. Well, the rivalry is ignited here. And look at Ollie just feeding him. Just feeding Seabrook. Right after right after right. He had no chance in that one. What a scrap. And Keith Ollie wipes his hands of Brent Seabrook's blood. What a demolishing hit. Near side to the boards on Chandler Stevenson. As Seabrook feels he has to step up for his teammates' honor. We got 2 guys in the box for both teams. Both for fighting. 2 fighting majors within the first half of the first period being played here. We haven't even played 7 minutes, guys, and we've got 2 fights already. And, I mean, you could argue that there should have been a fight already for the Kumala interference on Mrazek that wasn't called. There's a lot of weird passes happening here. Rebound, Faxa stick lifted. He tried to jam it back on Luff with it blocked back out to center, but kept in to Lustia. A move to get to the inside. He pops it down low to the corner. Eller on a rollout. Eller stops. Back to the point. Now back down low for Eller. Across. Blum lets one fly, but wide of the net. Luongo harassed by, I want to say Lars Eller stayed in on the forecheck, but I can't tell who that was that stayed in. Going after Morin, and he gets all boards on that one. Morin dodged a huge hit from Perry. He really did look like the Terminator on that hit attempt. Perry, stick whacked out of his hand by Perry. You know what? We've had this kind of game. I'm going to try to start it now. Perry goes at Perry. That's a tongue twister. Perry with a shot on the net. It'll be a penalty coming up to the Flames. It'll be Perry, no doubt, for unsportsmanlike conduct. I would assume unsportsmanlike. Instigate, yeah, unsportsmanlike. I don't think that Corey Perry very much appreciated having the stick just whacked straight out of his hands. The argument from the Chicago player is hold your stick tighter. You know, I'll take that stick and whack you upside the head with it. Nice aggressive forecheck by Radek Faxa. You see these 2 teams are really getting into it. I mean, look at Faxa just delivering the boom. Oh, Riley Smith, that was awkward. He was automatically spinning. I had nothing to do with that as he received that puck. Luff with a physical push on Shaw. It's going to be deflected wide. Luff. Easy saucer pass for Riley Smith. We can do the handles here at center ice. Stay on side for me. Oh, or just get out of the freaking way for Riley Smith. Handled by Ristolainen at the blue line, but he couldn't get or maintain possession. He did get possession. Couldn't maintain it. Lars Eller looking to clear the zone. He does. He clears it all the way down the ice. We've got a foot race created between Seguin and Duncan Keith. Seguin prevails on that foot race. Couldn't quite get the shot on the net. Faxa will send it back in. Clefbaum like a forward. It goes in on the forecheck. He runs into Corey Crawford. See, we can get a little bit of that action on our own as well. Clefbaum has to defend, but Mrazek, the glove is better. What action in this game. This really, oh yeah! This really does feel like a rivalry game. This feels like a rivalry game now. Why is the referee standing beside Peter Mrazek? He's just frozen still in the blue paint, staring at Peter Mrazek. The gorgeousness that is the Calgary Flames netminder. It's the glove save. Everybody loves a good glove save like that one. Well, we should probably try to win this on the backhand with Lars Eller. And we do not, but we get help from the forward. It's Riley Smith. Poked back out. Kumala is bowled over by Riley Smith. That'll do the job nicely. Clefbaum stay in front of the net. Net front presence, deny it. Blocked. Go! Eller skate into that. He should have been sprung free. So Eller out of the corner. Nope, you thought you were going to get your hit there. That'll be a weak shot. Kostitsyn off the back of the net. Jeez. And Hanowski will stay with this puck. Keep poking at it. You don't know what you got coming to you, Chicago. Ekblad fired on pad save. It was a rebound, died out right in front of the net. Hanowski chipping it along for Kostitsyn. He knows exactly where to go. Oh boy, Kostitsyn, you should have held onto the puck with that spin move. Chandler Stevenson is lined up by Blum beautifully. Nice hit there. You're going to be leaving this game in with ice packs all over your body. You're going to need them. Paulinen chips it out to center. He's fine with playing that one out. In fact, that'll become an icing. And we'll hold up on Leddy. We could have gone full bore into Leddy after the whistle, but that just wouldn't be very sportsmanlike behavior. Not that there has been much sportsmanlike behavior in this game to this point between these two teams. They do not like each other very much at all. This is the rivalry of twin siblings. Oh, it has all the behavior of twin siblings that can't put up with each other. Edmonton, go. I'm going to slap it. Oh my God, blocker save. You know, if that went in, that would have been a beast mode goal. Stay in there, Blum. I want activating defenseman because Ekblad, you got a forward covering for you. Ekblad's good on D. I mean, look at this. $8 million to play D like that. I love it. If you can play D like that, you'll get $8 million, Jonathan Blum. I can't guarantee that. I got Blum was my free agent acquisition. I'm sending this down low, Seguin. Head up. Behind the net. Got to get away from that. There's the body contact. Well defended by Duncan Keith. Maybe 75 overall and nearly about that same age at this point. But he can still play, man. He can play with the best of them. Up to Riley Smith again. We're going to try it one more time. That's fine with me to just dump that in. Didn't really like what we had there. Crawford, a little weird communication with Seabrook. It actually leads for Perry. It goes out in front. Seabrook picks up the loose puck. The Hawks are back away through center ice. There's been a lot of pace to this game so far. And a lot of good quality chances for both teams. Granlund forces the dump in with his good play on the blue line. Hanowski got to head up on the boards. They got that guy pinching down. It's Gabriel Bork. Centers for Lievo. It's just off the pad of Mrazek. Plays it dangerously to Ristolainen, who flips it out of play. So a second delay of game penalty in this period. The Calgary Flames. Okay, I was freaking out because it looked for a second like the audio software had glitched out on my computer, and I thought, oh no, we're in trouble. Well, the Calgary Flames are in trouble in the sense that we are now on the PK for the third time in this first period of play. Believe it or not, the first period is still going. Luff, just dump it in. You can get the forecheck working. You can hear footsteps when we're getting in on that forecheck. Go Seguin. Yeah. Oh my God, they give it right back, but that's Seabrook to the box. And there's the first penalty from Chicago in quite some time. It will negate the third power play of the period for Chicago. We couldn't say there was one big hit given by Seguin. Seabrook had to return the favor. Or did I Seabrook return the favor? Did I say Sagan returned the favor? Seabrook returned. Too many S's in there. Too many S names. So we're at 4-on-4 right here, which is a scenario that we don't see too often, especially for this team. Back to the point. Granlund's covering. Now Clefbaum. Yep, just get yourself some space. Move, move, move. There you go, Keith Olney. You got to get yourself moving. Stop. Pin off of that. Nice play by Ollie. He's got all the time and space in the world. Yeah! Oh, what moves by Keith Ollie. So we've got two defensemen scoring really crafty goals in this game. It was Clefbaum earlier in the period, shorthanded, and it is Keith Ollie at 4-on-4. He shoots, he gets his own rebound, he stays with it. The Hawks are just, I don't even know what the Hawks are doing on this play. Both goals have been low along the ice, just around the skate, and just around the pad into the back of the net. This one was scored glove side. The first goal of the game by Clefbaum scored blocker side on Corey Crawford. But it's very similar. Oh my God, whoa! Crawford! He had to have eyes in the back of his head on that dump in. Yeah, let's go again. This is going to be Duncan Keith, the smaller size Pollen. And look at him. He sizes up Duncan Keith. And he gets a block in there. All right. Can we grapple with each other now? So we can really start throwing these punches. Look at Pollen, man. He's not afraid. And Mighty Mouse out there on the ice. He might get his ass kicked here. He's going to definitely get his ass kicked. Yeah, he did. He didn't stand a chance. But, the balls on that guy to accept that fight, that's a true warrior right there. Keith just kept going and going and going. He wanted, Duncan Keith, some people would definitely call you a pussy for that because you went after a guy that's not even anywhere near your size. I mean, do you want to talk about picking on somebody that is you're probably half the size of Duncan Keith? Off the bat, we've had a penchant for shooting it off the back of the net tonight. Back down low because we got this low grind behind the net going really well. Perry puts the rebound on. So Ollie is back up from the D. Sends it back down low, Sagan. We got little mismatches all over the ice. That was the biggest rebound I've ever seen. 7 seconds to go. We're just going to wrap this along the boards. Kostitsyn's not going to get to this first. It's going to be Andrew Shaw. He's going to wind in. It was blocked off his own teammate, I believe, Jonathan Tave, harassed a bit by Aaron Ekblad. It's on net. Mrazek finds it, covers. Eller wraps it along the boards. Ekblad is to this first. Kostitsyn, look at this breakout opportunity we had. We messed it all up. Hanowski with a full charge on the forecheck at Seth Luongo. Foxa from an angle. That odd angle shot is turned aside by Corey Crawford at the last moment. So we got special teams goals from the Calgary Flames in that first period. Shorthanded and 4-on-4. In very odd scenarios to score goals in. I don't really care how they're going in. There was plenty of fighting action in that. You might think this is a UFC event, but this is not. It is a playoff hockey game. Now, the hatred is flowing through these two, I guess you could say, playoff rivals now. I mean, it makes sense. Chicago's backs are against the wall. They played very feisty in this game. They've tried to stir it up a little bit. They've also been on the receiving end of some brute physicality from the Calgary Flames in this game as well, in that opening period of play. They're on the receiving end of 2 goals against as well. So things are not going Chicago's way. Backs up against the wall. You're in the Western Conference Final. A trip to the Stanley Cup Final obviously on the line. So you need to play with a little urgency if you're Chicago. You need to play with a little bit of animosity as well. We're just going to throw that in the area of the net because we did have the net drive. That'll be another penalty. I think this is, I don't know who I have control of, but I'm guessing it was Sagan that took the penalty. Now Chicago has 1 own goal in this series with Corey Crawford pulled. Can we get another one? Back to the point, hailed, but wide and wide of the net. That'll be the touch. Riley Smith touches the puck. He's not going through the box. It is the captain. It is Tyler Sagan off for a hook, and I was in control of Sagan at the time of the penalty. Certainly did. I went for the stick lift, got the hand of the player carrying the puck through center ice. We'll do a penalty kill for the 4th time tonight. However, special teams have been great. We also drew a penalty from the Hawks the last time that they had a power play. They negated their own power play by forcing play to go to 4-on-4, and you saw how well that worked out for them. There's a backdoor attempt denied by Peter Mrazek off of the Hawks power play. This is the problem with us, is the Hawks power play is good. You can see that for yourself. Exhibit A right now on the ice. how good. And they keep pressure on. Ekblad with an excellent stick. Stifling play by Aaron Ekblad. Blocked at the point. Stick lift by Toulouse. We've created a little odd man rush for ourselves. What a rebound and an opportunity. Faxa and Toulouse going at it shorthanded together. I got this. They're going to stop, create a shooting lane. Rebound in front. Clef bomb down the rink. It'll go into the bench. It's not delay of game. How do you hail that puck from the right side of the rink to the left side of the rink into the bench? Anyway, huge deflection by Chandler Stevenson trying to go 5-hole. We had who was in the net? Who was in the goal crease behind Mrazek? We had a second goaltender on that deflection. We may have needed it. Blocked, rebound, covered by Mrazek. We'll smother it there. We'll do another face-off. We've got to win these face-offs when Chicago's on the power play. We'll bowl Kumala over. We're double to... Oh, man! And we're going to get some penalties. We might get matching minors here. Roughing minors dealt more than likely to Seabrook and Corey Perry. What happened? I don't think anybody hit that Hawks player. I think he tried to sell it. Lars Eller is the guy going to the box. That Hawks player just went falling to the ice out of nowhere. I have to see the replay of that, which I will not get to do while I'm recording this. It'll have to be in post, but oh my god. The seas parted for Oscar Clefbaum right here. And now Corey Perry. Poke check by Corey Crawford. Perhaps saving a potential goal there. Great play by Blum right on that inside that blue line. Right on these guys. We've been a bit undisciplined, but I feel that the lack of discipline is necessary. I won't shoot that. I could really kick off the fireworks if I shot that puck if I wanted to. The fireworks have already kicked off. It's not July in the game world, but you would think that it is the 4th of July in the game world with the way that this game has gone. The way these two teams have played each other here. Fox, we gotta just clear it. Okay, let's clear it off our own defenseman. We're gonna give the Hawks a free goal here. Kumala, we're gonna cover. Kumala was all over that rebound chance. We're going to keep pushing him after the whistle. Yeah, we got some more kicking off. I got to go help my teammate out. I'm helping my teammate out. Man, we should have another fight. I should have just dropped the gloves. Chicago is stirring it up every opportunity that they get after these whistles. Trying to get me off my game. Well, that was a good job hitting the Tim Hortons sign behind the net. That's not where the net is. You don't get points for hitting the Tim Hortons sign here. Just so you know, you don't get goals. You don't get points for hitting that. No way. We almost pulled that flip play off to absolute genius perfection, but it was Chalmerson. Look at that hip check. Yeah, get some of that. Have some of that ass. Oh, man. Chalmerson flipping it back in. Clefbaum, big retrieval opportunity. He's just going to wrist it along. Ollie in trouble. Yeah, that forecheck is that dump and chase going to work on the forecheck, really paying off for Chicago. They're making it difficult. We're going to make it difficult on Seth Luongo. Hanalski shoots, high blocker side. Ooh, the frame rate really did glitch out a little bit for a moment there from the game. Ristolainen, again, still in here for that injury. It's going to be a pretty, I guess, seemingly long-term injury to Laxo. Broken stick, dude. We got a one-on-one opportunity. Dangling Fools. Oh my goodness! What a move! Those moves by Riley Smith, the windmill, then the loose puck deke after that. Dangle and then a deke. He just couldn't stay with it as he got around the defender. I've always wanted to deke a defenseman out twice and then score a goal after it. I haven't done it in this game yet with a single player. I pulled a few sick windmills off and scored a goal after a windmill. I've done some sick dekes before. We got another penalty coming up. We might have a 5-on-3. Okay. That was a slash at the end of that play. However, I guess a referee turned a blind eye to it, or... So this was an AI player. The Caron dumped someone at center ice that didn't have the puck. We do have that physical edge, but at what cost right now? Too many penalties. Stevenson, he's had a couple of good bids for a goal in this game. Mrazek has gotten the better of the Hawks so far to this point in the game. Have we got the best version of Peter Mrazek on the ice? Oh, yeah, Chandler Stevenson, and we take a run at Taves as well. We're running at your captain now. What do you have to say about that? Puck retrieval by Blum. Stops, tries to fire along the boards. Blum on Kumala, that was well defended. Clefbaum down the rink. aerial flip out of the zone. Send that puck up the elevator shaft and out of the zone. We'll keep pressuring these guys on the forecheck. That's an icing. That's an icing. No, it's not. Ekblad twisted that one the wrong way, but we'll flip it to Seguin. In stride. Seguin is onside. Oh, Seguin. All right, Seguin. Staying with those moves. We'll chop at this, but Letty will get there first. Oh, Fox. What a giveaway by Taves. Off the glass and out. It's clean. Bouncing puck for Seguin. Seth Luongo is there first. Sagan's going to come around and run into Perry. That should have been a bigger hit than it was. Shaw is laid out by Ekblad on the boards. Yep, we have the physical tone in this game, certainly. Chicago is no match for us, physically speaking, or on the scoreboard either. Another bad giveaway. Toulouse staying with it. Okay, wow, that found Hodowski somehow, some way. That really? I'm starting to fight for that. Trying to start to fight for it. Oh, he dodged the body check there. This is, I think, Taves. Was that Taves that brought that puck in? Shaw centering. Attempt for Nordstrom. Nordstrom will go around behind the Flames net. Back to the point. Jalmerson hails it toward the net. It's blocked on the way through, or a weird deflection either way. It is melted down by Mrazek. We're going to go back to the penalty kill. Caron, I think, took the penalty. Did I see a 39 here? Yes. No, that's a 19. That's Toulouse. And I guess they call boarding. Yeah. Disagree with that. It was from behind, but it wasn't really as much into the boards as much as he just got him from behind. I don't think there should have been a penalty on that play. Whatever. We've been penalty taker troublemakers all evening long, which I don't have a problem with right now because the penalty kill is doing the job. I mean, look at the scoreboard. Oh! He just one-handed that after the deke. Please tell me we get a replay. I'm going to have to go into instant replay just so I can break that play down one more time. So did Caron do what I think he did on this? I think he made the move on Letty, and then he just kind of one-handed it toward the net. I'm doing this as slow as I can. Right there, what happens to the puck? Do they just knock it forward? I think they knock it forward. I don't think Caron got a piece of this. They knocked it forward into Crawford. And Caron tries to sweep at this as well, but he actually helps Crawford get the puck covered on that. How long we got to go on this PK? I have no idea. I've lost track. We just looked at the replay of Caron's deke attempt. I guess you could call it an attempt. There was an attempt in there. I don't know if it'll count for a shot on goal. You know, we got numbers going the other way. Yeah, Ekblad, stay with this. I wouldn't want to face that shot right there. That's an Aaron Ekblad boom. Ekblad's way up from the D and actually makes this a complicated breakout play for Chicago. Kumala goes on a change. And the Hawks power play trying to continue to whittle away at Peter Mrazek and try to get on the scoreboard. Period. It's a rebound. Mrazek covers the stick lift of Simon Luff, helping out big time right there. Now here we go. We're kicking off the pushing and shoving. Sagan's going to throw him with Shaw. We needed that next fight. We knew there was going to be another one. It's fight night at the Saddle Dome, baby. Stampede style. Stampede all over your face here, Shaw. I think Andrew Shaw is going to get the better. He's going to get the better of Tyler Seguin. T-Sags falls victim to Andrew Shaw in the fight. We asked for it. We wanted it. I guess they asked for it because it prompted me to fight here. They started the whole fight sequence. But I obliged with our captain. So our captain's going to go sit in the box. Shaw, for the second time in this game, is going to go sit for fighting. I think he's won both times he's fought, or I can't remember. There's been like 4 fights in this game, and I think we won only one of those fights. I'm just going to send this down the rink, right off the glass and out. Chicago remains on this power play. It hasn't done anything tonight. It has shot the puck a lot on the net, but that amounts to absolutely nothing on the scoreboard. Yeah, I thought we could really lay Kumala out. I mean, they just cannot break through right now at this moment. Yep, if you can see it, you can probably save it. Peter Mrazek, Toulouse out of the box. I'm going to cut back. Boom, sharp cutback move. Faxa into an open space. nudged before he could hold on to the puck. That was a good opportunity. Good stick on the ice. That's Simon Luff playing textbook defensive hockey. All right, we're going to leave it for Ristolainen. Who's that? Hanowski, we left a beautiful saucer pass. You should have skated into that. That was as good of a saucer pass as you can do them. Laid it right along the ice for you. There's a breakout on the boards. Hanowski off the glass and out. Knocked down by LeBlanc. Or LeBanc, again. Don't know the name. Don't really care. Kicking along behind our net. Simon Luff. Again, the breakout's got to be on the boards. How are we missing these passes? It's an easy, wide open look. I love our forecheck. I love what we're doing right now with this forecheck. Hanowski puts one on, point blank opportunity on the low to high feed from out behind the net of Chicago. Whacked into the net by Hanowski. We got more after the whistle shenanigans going on. Chicago probably just frustrated with the way that their entire game has gone to this point. Emerton puts the rebound chance on. Corey Crawford doing his best to keep. He's keeping his game in the. He's keeping his team in this game. We're gonna pay the price for that one. Yeah, someone dropped the gloves. What the hell? What happened? There is no fight going on, but they tried to start one, and then we cut right to the face-off circle. Oh, that's a painful block. That's Ekblad shooting that. Back up top. Doing it again. Oh, that's a painful block for our teammate. Can't contend or compete with this, Chicago. You just can't do it. I'm trying to find what the opening is. Back at the point, Ekblad. Karan, help him out. Whoa, players, just bear with me. The player switching is god-awful right now. Lievo, if you cut to the middle, you're a dead man. Oh, what a way to shrug that off. Kostitsyn's got to get a little help here. That's an icing. I will definitely agree. Oh, that's not an icing. They wave it off. I disagree. I felt that was certainly going to be an icing. Ekblad, we got to deliver the crunch on the boards. I'm saucering this. I mean, they're coming in so aggressive on the forecheck. The wide open breakout is there. Fox, a power move to the net. Stay with the puck. He does. He does. Spin off of that. Centering it to the back door. Off of the pad of Corey Crawford. That was a deliberate pass off Corey Crawford. Shot high to the shoulder of Crawford. A big save there. The Hawks goaltender is indeed, at this moment, keeping his team in the game. A failed dump in because Emerton off the bench ruined that. Emerton up to Talusti. Now, cut back. Back to the point. Help him out. Keith Ollie, walking middle, slap shot, save. Gonna be no rebound as it was a glove save by Crawford. Karan, I'm gonna give him a slash. And no fight coming out off of that. There might be some more fireworks in the third period, depending on how I feel about things. Now, Gabriel Borg, he made Blum do the splits, buddy. Both teams have been ringing each other's bell in this game, so to speak. Oh, Ristolainen looking for that first NHL goal. It's behind Crawford. Poke free of Crawford. Shaw will play it. That'll be the end of the period. Chicago have not been without their chances offensively in this game. They're out shooting us 27 shots on the net to 23. Make that 28 with that opening period shot. It's not necessarily about the shots, but about the quality of looks. And I mean, I don't know. I feel like Chicago have also had some quality shots as well in this game. But Peter Mrazek has been better. He's been the better goaltender. He has out-goalie dueled Corey Crawford. Whoa! That hit the end boards and then hit the post out behind the net. Ekblad, man, he's got some kind of something going on out here. Really played that out back to center. There was no one available for Chicago to play this puck. Chalmerson just leads it ahead for Shaw. Now back to Leddy, trying to spread it out on the breakout, I assume. Leddy carries ahead. He's met with force by Jonathan Blum. Just get on the boards up at the blue line. Talusti. Ekblad has the handle on that one. We'll kick it to the outside, something I haven't really done in this game. Hanowski just missed a wide open goal. And then Talusti one-handed dangled it into the blue paint of Corey Crawford. So now we're trying to do trick shots to score goals. Yeah, Leddy just skated right into a concrete wall that is named Jonathan Blum. That's what the Hawks have been doing all night long. Skating into our rock-solid blue line there. We got set up. Simon Luff, pad saved and a rebound. Maybe a stick save by Crawford. He cannot give up another goal at this point in the game. Who we got going after? Ristolainen? No. No fighting. We got a 2-0 advantage. Don't give the Hawks anything to give them energy to claw back in this game. And, of course, in this series. Oh, we missed that pass. That's okay. Stay right here on the boards. Take the breakout on the boards away from them. Good forecheck by these two. Look at these demons on the forecheck. Oh, look at this rebound. Oh, Emerton might have been able to put the game away if he scores right there. Oh, what a move. That would have been a good move if he got back to it. Paulinen, who had a fighting major. His first NHL fighting major. I forgot, Paulinen, isn't he a grinder? But he's so, you see his player on the ice, he's so undersized. And he fought, of all players, to fight as well, Duncan Keith. Oh my goodness, Hanowski, if you dangle these two. Yeah, I knew that was never happening. I like to try, though. Take the leash off the player. Let him have a go. Yeah, it's just Game 6 of the Stanley Cup playoffs, Western Conference Final. We're going back to the box. Tripping this time. First tripping minor of the game. And it is Calgary's Granlund. I think that's great. Yes, 23, Granlund, the center. Is he a penalty killer for this team? Is he a typical penalty killer? I don't know. I don't know what my PK unit is. Radek Faksa is the center here, so he is definitely taking the draw. We've been to the box so many times. This will be this power play that they are on now is the 7th power play of the game for Chicago. We just keep steamrolling these Hawks players. Faksa stays on side for Sagan. Ooh, what a move by Sagan around 3 defenders. That was neat stuff. Like I said, I'm taking the leash off these guys offensively for this remainder of this game. If we see if an opportunity seizes itself. Oh, we got an injury. This guy is in big time trouble. It's Chandler Stevenson, and he has been on the wrong side of a lot of body checks this evening. Aaron Ekblad gets the better of number 22 down the tunnel, holding the elbow. This one does not look good for Chandler Stevenson. The intent is not to injure. We're not out here to injure necessarily. If you get hurt in the process, that's not my fault. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yuri Talusti. And he's hunting down he's hunting down the same puck that he just had. I'll tell you, we've done a great job of getting behind their defense and to create those opportunities for ourselves. The confidence of Blum to make that move as a defenseman trying to break the puck out. The confidence of Corey Perry and his backhand twisted on. This is just constant in-your-face hockey that you're witnessing from the Calgary Flames, and it's working, paying dividends. All right, Clefbaum stays with it. He'll hammer this down the rink. And in fact, the delay of game. You know what's funny about this one? This was a slap shot. This was just a slap shot clear. This was not an aerial flip. It was literally a slap shot clear, and it completely flew out of the arena, out of the playing surface, over the glass. It is delay of game. Just bringing out a 9-iron here, buddy. Why are we shooting the 9-iron on a clear out? We gotta just collapse in front of the net. Defend the house. Oh, and we're back on just a normal, PK here. So for those of you who don't know, in hockey, the house is the area right in front of the net. So if you don't understand hockey terminology, we're just talking about defending the front of the net on the PK. It's just basically the slot area in front of the net. Defend that area with your life on this PK. If we just send all of our PKers on a 5-on-3 in the house, collapse in the house, and just keep everything perimeter based, I'll be fine with that. That's basically what I'm looking for. Even with a 5-on-4 PK, but less so with a 5-on-4. With a 2-man advantage, it's just really important to take away the high danger opportunities. To put it, for lack of a better term, just to put it that way. Blue line has to be defended stoutly here. It is. We force a dump in. Now, can we clear with Mrazek? Yes, goaltender clears it out of the zone. He is your best penalty killer, and he has been tonight because the activity that Peter Mrazek has had to deal with while we've killed penalty after penalty has been too much. Oh, cleft bomb stood up by Keith. He was fresh out of the box. Got 3 defensemen on the ice now? We do. We do. With that, with cleft bomb out of the box, we do. It's fine with me. It's a D-zone possession. We have to have those 3 defensemen on the ice. You just got to go play like a forward. And we'll cover it. Peter Mrazek gets a glove to that. We are still at a 2-0 lead. Blum and Shaw. You know, Shaw might fight for the 3rd time. I told you, we're not done yet. Shaw is really just trying to, I don't know, he's just trying to spark his team right now, and it's not really working. The controller is going absolutely frenetic as I try to contend with Andrew Shaw's punches. It's just too much for us. We've lost so many of the fights that we've been involved in. And yet, look at the scoreboard, buddy. Look at the scoreboard. Nothing has changed for you guys. You still got a big, fat goose egg up there. I got to be careful with my mouth. The game's going to hear me, and it's going to backfire real fast. I'm going to try to win this to the corner. And we're at 5-on-5, so we don't slap this out of the zone. We're yeah, Karan. Yes, good job. Forcing the issue. Ristolainen, just stay right here. Yep. There's the dump in. I'm going to try to chop at this, whack at it, slap at it, whatever we got to do to clear the zone. We'll take that face off. Take the face off. Let's see if you want to mix it up some more, Chicago. You want a little bit more of that physicality? I don't think so. I didn't think so, son. Get out of my goaltender's goal crease. Peter Mrazek, player of the game for the Calgary Flames. No doubt about that. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Oh, that's when they ran it. Oh, that's earlier in the game when they ran it. I forgot this is the replay. I remember that they ran into Mrazek. That was, who ran into him? I forgot already who ran into him. Kumala, I think, ran into Mrazek early in the game. We've sent the physical message, even though we've lost a lot of the fights that we've been in this game. But oh my God. And it's an AI player in Riley Smith taking that stick infraction. Fortunately, it's a 2-minute minor. All these power plays, and you guys can't score a single goal. I mean, it says a lot more about the Blackhawks than it does me. Your power play is terrible in this game. It was really good in the first several games in this series for Chicago. But it hasn't been without trying for them. They have 19 shots on 8 power plays. Not a single one past Peter Mrazek. Like I said, player of the freaking game for your Calgary Flames. That's not the deke I wanted to do with Corey Perry there. Oh, Kostitsyn, you got moves. One-handed. Oh, my God. Oh! And we put it back on. That's okay. Back toward the net. That'll actually deflect. Kostitsyn stays with it. Taves in aggressive pinning and drawing a penalty. We try to get into it with Taves. He's not going to oblige to a fight here. I don't know why you wouldn't. You've won all the fights you've been involved in. Why wouldn't you fight there? We're testing our luck. I mean, for the most part, the officials are trying everything they can to keep the Chicago Blackhawks in this game. They are trying. They've had the Hawks have had the referees in their back pocket for the entire game. I am going there. I will go there. So collapse in front. We just got to block the shots. You know what's coming. Got to block the shots. Clear the rebounds. Clear the puck. You know, screw this. I'm skating this. I have confidence. Oh, I'll put the game on ice. We really could have. What a deke by Seguin. 5-on-3, shorthanded doing that. That's an easy save for Peter Mrazek. Box out in front. No, you don't get this. You don't get these shots. Don't get these rebounds. Oh, Clefbaum couldn't quite win the battle on Taves. We got to stay positionally sound. We've killed the 5-on-3. Oh, I didn't realize. Might be a double minor here. Oh, Seguin. Oh, another poke check. The net's come off. And the water bottle along with the net. Seguin is a dog. Short-handed. He really is. He got that dog in him. They've had 23 shots on the power play tonight. A couple of 5-on-3s. No dice on the scoreboard. Rebound for Emerton. Oh, yeah. Lievo had too much speed for Ekblad. I could kind of tell. I was setting up for the body collision. Duncan Keith surrounded by Corey Perry. Back at center ice, Lievo loses possession. Ekblad with a clear that is all the way down the ice, critically so for Calgary. Keith will have to do the retrieving here. I imagine that was Keith. Yes, it is Duncan Keith. He gets a puck back on the zone entry, return feed. This actually is going to be a hunt down for Radek Faksa, but Leddy was first man in after that loose puck. A questionable hit from Corey Perry on Nordstrom. It's chipped into the corner. Perry crunched and stapled by Aaron Ekblad. Radek Faksa overspeed on the older Duncan Keith. We can't make that one go on Crawford. Again, another breakaway opportunity for the Calgary Flames. Keith is run over by a steaming Tyler Seguin. It's going to be charging the penalty that is dealt to the Flames captain. Will we see an all-time collapse from the Calgary Flames? Because, I mean, we've spent the majority of this game on the PK. This is hilarious. Honestly, this is legitimately hilarious to me at this point, how much time we spent on the penalty kill in this game. And yet the Hawks have no answer for it. We gotta just play to collapse again. Give them the space for right now, but we gotta collapse in front of the net. Gotta try to defend the blue line, that's most important. And we have. Frustrating for Chicago. They can't even access the blue line with a 5-on-3. They will now. And then that's broken up by Blum. A second time by Blum. Carried away by Clefbaum. Frustration brewing for the Chicago Blackhawks. Clefbaum, you might as well just stay in there. And he does. And he just slaps one back toward the general area of the net there. We're just dogs on a bone. Shorthanded. We don't stop. This Flames team doesn't stop for anybody. It doesn't care about your power play, man. We don't care about your power play. Oh, Taves hit the outside of the net. That's not what Chicago needs at this stage of this game. Faksa just dogging the puck. In his own zone, got the clear as well. We run into Crawford temporarily. It's actually forced into the bench off of Corey Crawford's stick. The Hawks are rattled. Facing elimination right now. Power play after power play after power play opportunity. Missed net. Missed shots on the net after missed shots on the net. They cannot break through. Peter Mrazek, save after save. He's going to be first star of the game, no doubt about it. Peter Mrazek, first star of this affair in Calgary. And that's penalty kill. That is another penalty kill. We've been 100% on the PK on God knows how many opportunities we've had to kill penalties off tonight. We've killed every single last one of them. Oh, Perry. How did we not get the goal? That time we successfully delivered the shot on the net. Ooh, Blum. He just tried to protect himself. That's all he tried to do. I can't have another D injury. Yeah, Seguin had all the confidence in the world in this game. He just keeps going. He'll take on all 5 defenders of the Chicago Blackhawks as he continues to do. Talusti for Hanowski. He stops up between Bork and one of the Hawks players there, which is basically winding down the Hawks season here. The goalie is pulled. We'll send it back out the center. Shaw at the red line. It is now Morin. Morin plays it in. Mrazek makes the short side save. A rebound given up. Morin from the corner, the right corner beside Mrazek. It's wide of the net. Play for your goaltender. Take a penalty if you have to. I mean, we've done it all night. That one trickled wide of Mrazek. Up at the point. Up top. Deflected in on Peter Mrazek. Luff off the side of the net. Having some trouble with this shift. Olsen carries it back. Head man to Luongo. Ristolainen behind the net. Board played. Luff down the rink. Well, it's going to be another save for Mrazek. He shuts him out in Game 6. Peter Mrazek, player of the game. Your Flames are Western Conference champions that are on the way to the Stanley Cup final. And we now must figure out who the opponent in the Stanley Cup final will be. Who came out on top in the East? What a game 6 from number 29. I mean, without a shadow of a doubt, the first star of this game, putting up incredible numbers on penalty kill after penalty kill. 100% effort from the PK. Does Sagan want anything to do with touching it? He refuses. The captain, Tyler Sagan, for the first time since arriving in Calgary, will play in the Stanley Cup Final. It is a guarantee. And it'll be the Columbus Blue Jackets. This is the battle of Johnny Gaudreau's teams. Wow. Wow. And you know, I know that I've received so many comments about adding Johnny Gaudreau to the GM mode, but I started the GM mode and I did not do a roster update. I couldn't even get online on this PS3, even though I have a functioning internet and everything, and I can get online with my PS4. I couldn't find a way to get online and download roster update anyway on this refurbished PS3, because remember, my original PS3 died, and I actually purchased a refurbished one to continue doing these old school NHL series. So anyway, the reason there is no Johnny Gaudreau in the game is I forgot to download and install a roster update before starting it, and I also cannot create a player now that I have started the GM mode. I couldn't create a player, so Johnny Gaudreau was not in the GM mode. We might have something special planned for whatever is ahead of us next beyond this one, but we know we will be playing the Columbus Blue Jackets in the Stanley Cup Final. We start out on the road. We will, of course, preview the Blue Jackets in the beginning of the next episode. Ahead of the start of the next episode, we'll go through their roster, their stats, as I typically do. And quite the crazy Game 6 against Chicago. It was just fight night at the Saddle Dome, like I mentioned. There was fight after fight after fight, penalty after penalty. The penalty minutes at the end of that game were absolutely hilarious, had me laughing.